Hey everybody! So today is December 12th and it's a warm, kind of early winter day here in Iowa. The temperature right now is probably about 53 or 54 degrees. So what that means for us beekeepers is that our bees aren't very active. They're pretty much all inside their hives. We'll walk up here and take a look at one. You can see there's not much activity. But when it's in the 50s, we expect that inside the hive, the bees are not very tightly clustered. So when it's really cold out, they cluster together really tightly in there in a ball to kind of keep warm. But as the temperature rises outside, then they can kind of loosen up that cluster a little bit. So one of the tasks that a lot of beekeepers, including us, do this time of year is we do a oxalic acid vaporization treatment. And so that's what my husband is doing over here, and I'm standing some distance away because I'm not wearing a respirator, but did just want to kind of take a video of how this process works. So oxalic acid is it's a naturally occurring compound, and when it's put under really high heat, it vaporizes into a vapor, a cloud basically. And so what happens is this oxalic acid will kill off any varroa mites that are still on the bees. And varroa is it's a parasitic type of mite that honestly is responsible for the vast majority of colony loss throughout the year. So at this time of year, between Thanksgiving and Christmas, we know that our colonies don't have much brood in them at all, meaning that our queens are not laying eggs. And so any mites that might be in that hive are pretty much exposed, probably riding around on adult bees. And so when that cloud of oxalic acid vapor goes in the hive, it does not harm the bees, but it will kill any mites that are hanging out on those bees. So this particular time of year, because the queen isn't laying eggs, provides us a really good opportunity to do this type of treatment. We kind of call it a cleanup treatment because we expect that the treatment that we do in the summer, which is a little bit different process, but we expect that the treatment that we do in the summer is going to take care of the mites while the hive still has brood, still has, babies and things in there. So this is just something that we do this time of year to kind of try and get them really squeaky clean, and we think makes a difference in the hive's health and vigor coming out of winter next spring. So you can kind of see that oxalic acid as it vaporizes, it forms this white cloud, and my husband has on a full face mask respirator because the oxalic acid is definitely not something you want to breathe in, can cause permanent lung damage. So I'm standing quite some distance away here so that I don't get anywhere near it. But anyway, we get lots of questions about, what kinds of things do we do for our bees this time of year? What do you do as a beekeeper in December? Well, not a whole lot, but this is one task that we do make sure that we get out and do every year, sometime between Thanksgiving and Christmas. So if you are a beekeeper in the Iowa or Midwest area, and looking for something that you can do to maybe help your hives out right now, if you have the equipment to vaporize oxalic acid, this is definitely the time of year to do it. And it looks like temperatures this next week are going to be really cooperative for that, at least in our central Iowa area. So wishing you all the best with your hives this winter.